She was 12 years old the first time the mirror screamed ugly. In the monsoon of memories that terrorized my mind, this was the first raindrop. The moment I could have stopped it all, but didn't. Because what 12-year-old doesn't have self-esteem issues, doesn't line their mattress with tissues that drip broken heart? Sometimes the hardest part of being alive is filling our lungs each time we want to die. She stopped eating, hoping boys would drool at her skinny, that girls would gush at her glamour. This world hammered her mind with so many misguided reasons to be alive that she started truly believing love looks at the outside first. Her thoughts were coerced with tips of the Cosmo. Turn men on with blood-red lips. 5 fast ways to lose those fatty hips. It's all a huge pile of shit in midday summer heat if you asked me. Beautiful isn't something we can define. Beautiful is a word that didn't even have meaning before we twisted our tongues into saying it out loud. But still, we try so hard to stitch it as a label to the shirts of our perspective, as if every single person on this planet sees through the same set of eyes. It never made sense to me how hard everyone tries to be something they already see, to mold themselves into the keys that lock their own selves, then wonder why this life feels more like a roller coaster ride to hell. There wasn't a single day in 11 years when she didn't ask me at least once every time I was with her if she looked fat. After 2,555 days of watching words act as wood to her starving fire, I stopped answering. But Jesus Christ, how I wanted to scream, "Open your fucking eyes, girl! You're a masterpiece with a heartbeat." I watched her dissipate until her skin became spandex to her bones, until muscle tone was replaced with hunger, until her chest pounded anorexic thunder through her veins, and all that remained of the girl I grew in hallways with were the hallways. Baby sister, before all of this, I should have told you there are nights when my eyes never reach sleep. Nights when I think so much, my brain shreds its thoughts into trying to forget. There are days when the weight of this world bends my spine into a bow just to test my temptation and taking the easy way out. The relief in shooting my demons out into the world, not knowing I've always been the type of girl to bring my carry-ons, to strengthen my arms by holding my own baggage. Because life is not supposed to be perfect. Life hurts so we can make art. It tears us apart just to see if we know our pieces well enough to stick without glue. I wish I'd have told you sooner how every heartbreak happens, so you know how important it is to love, and how dangerous it is not to. So you know risk is worth more than pain, that the only real thing we have to gain in this life is experience. And you could talk until you're blue in the face value of your time, but that will never justify the crime of going it alone. When there's a world full of people praying for a hand to hold, for the power to be bold enough to say, I need somebody, when we all do. I want to know who brainwashed you into believing your heart wasn't meant to hurt, who sent the alert that breaking down goes hand in hand with weakness, and the bleakness in this world is what makes it beautiful. When I've known all along that your colors shine brighter than any light, that in spite of all your greed, you still bleed with the need to be good. I wish you understood that passion isn't something you can fashion to match desire, that existence is fire in a universe of dead leaf doubt. And you've made a mess of yours, it's true. But a dust brush is all it takes to clean the dirt off your debris, to realize the shards cut in your knees give you so many more pieces to build with. I will always believe that you were meant to be magnificent. If you could just find the beauty in this ache of living, you could see how amazing it is to fall, how each scar stains your skin with memories, how ugly is a word we use when we're afraid of something different, how perfect can only be found in the placement of our faults. And it may not seem like it now, But I promise you that there will be a day when you're able to say you see the beauty in everything, where you'll bask in the glory of the wonder in your wounds. Take the lessons from your darkest moments and thank them for the time they spent getting to know you. When you'll praise your rusty eyes for allowing you to look upon a girl that you've destroyed and smile, because you know your hands are strong enough to make it better. To write letters to strangers so they know they're not alone. To pick up the phone even on your most stressful days. Just to say, I was thinking about you too. But for now, just trust me when I tell you that your heart is a redder, pounding with a passion so strong, even God could get lost in its rhythm. That in the system of existing, we're not supposed to look alike or think alike or speak alike. This is our lives. This is your life. And I know it has the power to rip you open, to rebuild your hope in everything into a belief in nothing. Then promise something will always happen to make things worse. But in this curse of living, remember, we are all connected. We tug at our hearts just to feel, then kneel to the pressure of them breaking. We are all aching with a lack of purpose so strong, we numb our brains just to believe there's more. Too afraid that if we actually open our eyes, we won't find a single thing to live for. So I live for you, and I'm on my hands and knees begging you, please, find a way to do that too.